Karibuni tena to another video. Karibuni tena to my YouTube channel. As you can see from the title, I just want to talk about jobs in Qatar. In case you're planning to come and work in Doha, you should consider this because it's very, very important. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like, share. Guys, sharing the video, it helps a lot. I don't know. Just like, share, and comment. Just do anything. Like, it will take the video to so many people. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, without wasting any time, and let me jump straight into the video. So guys, today I want to talk about how people come to the Middle East with a supply company, and the things that you should know about coming to the Middle East with a supply company, like a chain. So this company is supplying stuff to another company and how it works, so that you can understand, because a lot of you always come here and start wondering like why I'm working for this company and they're paying me like 5,000 Qatari Riyal, but that's not my actual salary. My salary is 1,000 Riyal or 2,000 Riyal, and that company is paying me 5,000 Riyal. So now this is where I want to talk about supply company and how it works. I will give an example of myself because I don't want to mention any companies. So I will have a company and the company name will be Barbara Company. So with my company, I will bring people. So maybe security, maybe cleaners, or maybe waitress. And then I will be supplying them to different companies. So the reason why some companies always consider hiring suppliers, like supply workers, is because they're trying to cut the costs. You know, they're trying to cut the cost of accommodation, transport, health insurance, and all that. So let's say there is a restaurant that they want like waitress, but they don't want to provide accommodation and everything. Me having my company and I have staff already, like I have waitress, I have waiters, and I want to supply them to that company. What I will do, I will have an agreement with that company, and I will tell them, I will give you 10 waitresses, and this is the money you will pay me. So for example, per head, you will pay me like 5,000 because I provide for these people accommodation, I provide for them transport, I provide for them like everything they need. The only thing I do is I just bring them to you. They work for you, but they're coming back to my place at the end of the day. So all the expenses are on my side. So once this company pays me 5,000 per head for this stuff that I've supplied to them, what I do is I pay this my staff. I pay each one of them. I will pay them, let's say for example 2,500, because that's the average salary here of a waitress. I will pay them like 2,500 Qatari Riyal. And then maybe later, in the company they are working with, they realize there are some staff who are getting maybe like a high salary. And then they start saying, why I'm working for this company and they are paying me 5,000 Qatari Riyal, but at the end of the day, I'm getting paid 2,500. Like, what's going on? And then you start wondering, what's going on here? Like, maybe my boss is taking some money from me and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of you always wonder when you come here and you realize like the actual money that you are getting is not the actual salary you're supposed to get. This is because you're not hired with that company directly. You understand? You are like in the middle. You are working with that company, but I don't know how to put it, but you are working with that restaurant, but through me. I'm the one who is giving you the job through me. I'm the one who is supplying you to that company. So all the expenses are coming to me. Your accommodation, your transport, your food, whichever. But most of the time, if you're working as a restaurant, you will eat in the restaurant. So food is provided. So whatever they're paying me is like they're paying for everything inclusive. Sometimes the disadvantage of working with a supply company can be you will not get the actual money. But even though you work with that company direct, they might not even pay you that 5,000. Definitely they will not pay you that 5,000 Qatari Riyal, because in case they are giving you accommodation, they will have to cut the money for accommodation and transport and food and everything. So they might even end up paying you maybe like 3,000 Qatari Riyal or the same money, like 5,000. I mean, 25 Qatari. I don't know if you guys understand this. So even if you're getting paid 2,000 Qatari from my company, it's the same thing if you go to work to that company directly and they are providing you accommodation. But also there is another way. Some companies can give you jobs, but they don't give you accommodation. So you can just go to work to that company. You don't work with a supply company, like you're not supplied with me. Like I said, I am the owner of the company, so I'm supplying people. So let's assume you're not working with me. You're working with that company direct, and then the company says, we are not providing accommodation. You will have your own accommodation, but this is the money we will give you. And then they decide to give you for that, they might give you the 5,000 or they might give you 4,500. That's the average salary of a waitress here. And if you're working somewhere without, in case you're working somewhere without accommodation, but most of the time, working here as a waitress or a waiter, working in hospitality, they always provide accommodation or they're working with supply companies. So for example, you're working with that company directly and they're giving you that money. They might even pay you 4,000 Qatari riyal, or they might pay you 3,000, and then you have to go and look for accommodation for yourself. And mind you, accommodation is very, very expensive here. You might have to go and look for a house for yourself, so transport will be on your side. At the end of the day, you are getting paid 3,500 or 4,000. You have to cut transport money, you have to cut accommodation money that you are, like a house where you are renting or somewhere, you have to cut it from that money. At the end of the day, you will still remain with that 2,500 because you also need to buy food. In case where they're not providing for you food at work, you need to buy food. You need to buy food at home. You need to do your own things and blah, 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 like pay for, maybe if that house you're living, you're paying water, you're paying internet. You have to pay transport maybe sometimes when you're going out during your off days. So that money will still go back to that 2,500 that you are getting from me, or if that company is hiring you directly and they were giving you accommodation. So that's how it works. Because a lot of you always complain, if you come here, you start wondering like, why am I getting this money? This money is very little and blah, blah, blah. But if you have experience, of course, if you've lived here in Doha for like, let's say 2 years or 5 years, like you came here with a company and you finish your contract and now you want to upgrade and get another job, definitely automatically you'll have like high expectation when you're looking for a job. So in case you are getting paid 2,500, when you're looking for a new job, definitely you'll be going for a high salary. Even if they're giving accommodation, you will tell them this is my salary expectation and this is what I expect. So I used to get 2,500 and I want to get more than this. Of course, you will not tell the interviewer that, but you'll assume this was the salary I was getting before, 2,500, and now the salary I'm expecting is either 4,000 or I'm expecting 3,500. You understand? So your salary expectation automatically goes up immediately you have experience in Gulf country, because at least you'll know how it works here. If you're coming here from wherever you are coming from, you're coming to work here, these are the things you need to consider. Just know how you are working with this company. Are you working with a supply company? Are you working direct with that company? Or are you just working on your own? Because working with a supply company, I said, let me just give an example of a company. If you're coming here to work with a G4S company as a security, they will be supplying you to different companies. Like you'll be working in a bank or somewhere, you are a security in a bank, you're a security, I don't know where, in a supermarket, whatever. That's how it's working with a supply company. If you're working with that company directly, then you are under a contract with that company directly. Like let's say, for example, you are a security and you are working with a bank. So you are under that bank directly under their contract. Or if you have a visa of your own and not like no one can sponsor themselves here in the Middle East, because I always get a lot of questions about this free visa and everything. You can never sponsor yourself. You cannot live in this country and you are your own sponsor. No, you must have a sponsor. So not unless, maybe let's say for example you are married and you want to get a job but you don't want to transfer to that company, then you'll decide to live outside, and then you're working with this company, and they will give you money. They will give you a package. So the package will consist of the basic salary and the money that you will want for your accommodation. In case you're living outside, you're not living in the accommodation with the company, so you'll have all the expenses on your own. They will just tell you, we will give you a salary of 5,000 Qatari Riyal, then you will deal with yourself with transport, accommodation on your own. Or you'll go the accommodation, and then they will provide you accommodation, transport and everything, and they will pay you maybe 3,000. Or you'll come and work in my company, and I will be getting some money out of you. And of course, even if it's 5,000, I will give you 2,500, because at the end of the day, I have to have money for my company. So guys, I hope you understand how companies here in Doha work. So in case you are coming here to work, just know which type of company you are working with. Are you a supplier, or are you working direct with the company? And this is how they work, and this is how they pay. In case you have any question, kindly put it on the comment section. I will definitely answer it, and I'll get back to it in another video and explain more about it. But for now, that's it guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.